along because obviously Rachel has promoted Free Palestine. Gal obviously is Israeli and is Jewish and spoken out on behalf of the hostages. So politically, it seems they're in opposition.
Finally, it came time for the Hollywood premiere of this movie. Now, it was not a normal premiere. In fact, it was rather scaled back.
What really went down between Rachel Zegler and Disney? One minute she's their golden princess, the next they're gagging her like she's on Hollywood's Most Wanted. This tea's so hot, Vanity Fair called it a poisoned apple. Today, I'm spilling the whole messy truth for you. Part 1, from dream girl to disaster. Disney picked the wrong chick. Back in 2021, Disney thought they'd snagged the perfect vibe. Rachel Zegler, 19, fresh off killing it in West Side Story, pipes for days, princess face, total modern slay. Vanity Fair, March 17, 2025, says they locked her in for Snow White that June. Director Mark Webb was simping hard, calling her living optimism. Cute, right? Yeah, till it turned into a straight-up horror show. Disney wasn't messing around either. Rumors, unconfirmed tea from some YouTube chatter say they had her eyed for an X-Men role, a 5-year deal, and a gig in Toy Story 5. They were ready to throw stacks of cash at her, betting she'd be their next good girl princess. But then Rachel opened her mouth, not to sing, but to set everything on fire. She's not your quiet Cinderella type, fam. She's a walking time bomb Disney didn't see coming. Disney's probably like, oh, she's our next Cinderella. Nah, fam. They accidentally cast a Gen Z Maleficent, no magic needed, just a big mouth and zero filter. Part 2, her trash talk pissed off fans, Disney starts sweating. Fast forward to 2022, the drama pops off. Rachel sits down with Extra TV and drops a nuke. She calls the 1937 prince a stalker, says Snow White's love story is weird, and jokes his scenes might get axed. Daily Mail, March 17, 2025, says fans lost their minds. Some rando on X at Serbil Holty, March 10, 2025, tweeted, she's wrecking our childhood to flex. Who even asked for this? She didn't stop there. She told Variety in 2022 her Snow White's saving herself, no prince dreams needed. Disney might have been like, yes, woke queen, Gen Z's gonna stand, but the fans, they weren't buying that. They wanted dwarves and fairy tale vibes, not a feminist rant from a 20-year-old. Some think Disney pushed her to say it for promo, but there's no receipts. Just a wild guess. What's your take, fam? If you're a Snow White stan, would you let that shade slide? Hit the comments. I'm dying to know who you're riding for.
It came time for the Hollywood premiere of this movie. Now, it was not a normal premiere. In fact, it was rather scaled back. No one was allowed to really ask any questions to Rachel Zegler or Gal Gadot because Disney probably knew that it would be a colossal disaster if they did so. Nevertheless, the premiere scaled back, no press and media allowed to ask anything. It did happen yesterday. Snow White first reaction, a big surprise. Rachel Zegler stuns. Man, it's weird. So many of these first reactions that are praising Snow White and praising Rachel Zegler, very similar to what we saw 2 years ago for The Little Mermaid.
Disney's probably in a panic sesh like, who told her to say that? Are we dropping a princess flick or a woke manifesto? Part 3, empty theaters, cash gone, Disney's total flop show. Early 2025 hits and it's a money nightmare. Snow White drops March 21st, but the theaters, empty as a haunted castle. Some YouTube report says only 311 tickets per show at Regal in Philly. Business Insider, March 17th, 2025, predicts a weak $50 million opening weekend. Sounds decent to us normies, but next to The Lion King's 192 mil or Beauty and the Beast's 175 mil, it's a straight-up disaster. This flick cost 270 to 300 million to make, per Vanity Fair, March 17th, 2025, plus a ton more for hype. But nobody showed up. Why? Those CGI dwarves look like swamp rejects, not Snow Squad, and tons of fans point fingers at Zegler. Her trash talk was the spark that sent fans running. Some dude on X at TPP News Network, March 6, 2025, said Disney knew it'd flop and started scrambling. Disney's probably bawling in the boardroom. 300 mil for ghost seats?
It's looking really bad for Snow White. The long-range box office tracking has been released. The long-range box office tracking usually paints it a little bit higher, then they revise it down as they get closer, so they can typically say, hey, it's done more, it's exceeded the box office tracking. That's generally actually what happens. If you go back and look at a lot of movies, you'll see this. This is abysmal if this is the case. Like, actually abysmal. And this movie is set to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. Not a stretch. We can cover it all because we've got the budget, because they filmed it in the UK. So we actually know how much this cost, as opposed to a lot of people going, yeah, Captain America just cost 180 million. Really? Behave. Come on now.
Rachel, you owe us big time. Too bad she's not the shut-up type. Part 4, Disney shuts her down. From princess to PR jail. March 2025, Disney's over it. They slap Rachel Zegler in PR lockdown. UK premiere? Ghosted. LA event March 15, shrunk to a secret shindig. No red carpet, no rogue reporters. Variety, March 15, 2025, says only Jodie Benson, OG Ariel, got to lob Zegler some softball cues. Gal Gadot's solo on Good Morning America, like Disney's scared they'd throw hands if they got too close. It gets spicier. Some buzz says they ditched promo events worth $20.1 million. Times Square, Disneyland, Vegas, just to keep her off stage. Indian Express, March 12th, 2025. Backs it. Disney'd rather bleed cash than let her yap. Spain's Hush Hush premiere. She sings one track and dips. No mic, no mess. This ain't promo, it's damage control on blast. Disney's basically taping her mouth shut. Sing, Rachel, don't talk, we're done with your drama. Too bad they can't CGI her out of the movie. Part 5, Total Crash. Fired rumors and Bob Iger's panic attack. Here's the climax rumors hit that Disney's yeeting Zegler from everything. Some YouTube tea says she's cut from X-Men, a 5-year deal, Toy Story 5, and a spy flick to rival Mission Impossible. But heads up, this is unconfirmed shade, no official word from Disney. Slate, March 17th, 2025, just calls her a big risk. Inside Disney, it's chaos. Time, March 13th, 2025, says some execs stan her as a young gem, others want her gone ASAP. She pours gas on the fire with political posts Free Palestine in 2024 and a Trump fan diss post-election. Per People, March 15, 2025. Disney makes her apologize, but her rep's toast. Bob Iger, set to dip in 2026, must be losing it. I want a legacy, not this dumpster fire. No proof he's gunning for her, but it's a solid guess. Vanity Fair tags Snow White a poisoned apple. Zegler might be stuck with this L forever. What's your vibe? Is she fired for real, or is Disney just hiding the mess? Drop your hot takes below. I need the tea. Rachel Zegler goes from Disney's dream babe to their worst headache. What really happened, her big mouth, dead theaters, and Bob Iger's freak out trashed this fairy tale. Disney's out cash, Zegler's out luck. Who's the bigger flop? Spill your thoughts in the comments, smash, like if you're here for this drama, and sub so you don't miss the next Hollywood train wreck. Catch you in the next T-Sesh, fam.